If someone's running an ad that is prohibited on Facebook, they're running the gauntlet. It's only a matter of time that their ad is going to be flagged or their ad account is disabled. These two words are why your ads are not getting approved. Go and look at Facebook ads library. Look at some of the brands out there that spend hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on advertising and model that. Hey Kerry, I know I can't advertise because I'm in the weight loss space. Here's what I want you to do. Here's a little tip. Hi, I'm Kerry Fitzgibbon, an ADHD fempreneur, multiple seven-figure business owner, and Facebook marketing ninja. Together, let's unleash AI-powered Facebook marketing to take your business from best-kept secret to the top of your niche and beyond. Welcome to this week's episode where we're going to be talking about why your ads are getting flagged. Otherwise, prohibited topics for ads on Facebook. Facebook is out to protect the end user, okay? So whether you think that your copy in an ad is okay or not, Facebook is always, having a look at ads, seeing whether they're going to upset the end user or, of course, break laws as well. So they have certain rules in place and they have some prohibited content that you absolutely cannot run on Facebook. But sometimes if you're a business owner and you're scrolling through the newsfeed, you might see an ad and go, how come that ad's allowed to run and my ad's not? Well, the reason why is if someone's running an ad that is essentially prohibited on Facebook, they're running the gauntlet, essentially. It's only a matter of time that their ad is going to be flagged, so not able to run, or their ad account is disabled. So I know it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating sometimes when you'll see a business running an ad making claims that, someone can lose, 10 kg in 7 days, and you're running an ad that says, hey, listen, lose 1 kg a week, and that ad's it's still running and your one has been flagged and not able to run. It is really, really frustrating. But it is just the rules inside Facebook. So there's certain things that you can do to make sure that your ad isn't actually flagged. So let's talk about, first of all, let's just jump into sort of some of the content or ad copy that is actually prohibited on the Facebook platform or in Facebook and Instagram. The first one is anything that goes against local laws. Right? So prohibited content drugs, certain types of alcohol ads as well are prohibited, although you can get away with some ads that advertise alcohol. It's just a certain way that you've got to advertise it. But with the prohibited content, the likes of drugs. Now, in the States, marijuana is legalised. In Holland, there's all sorts of other drugs that are illegal in other countries that are legal, okay? So to a certain extent, you've got to understand the local laws, but things like, for instance, CBD, okay? So CBD can actually be advertised in most countries, but making sure that it doesn't actually have the illegal substances. So, with prohibited content and, drugs and so on, it depends on your country, but most of the time it's a big no, okay? One of the big common ones that people will get flagged for is what we call misleading or deceptive content. Now, misleading or deceptive content can mean many different things, but the general rule of thumb, misleading or deceptive, and this is where Facebook is trying to protect end users, is where you have a product and service and if someone does that product or services or use that product or your service, they can get results. And they might get absolutely fantastic results. And that they get fantastic results. But you struggle, you can't make those claims on Facebook. So I'll give you an example. For instance, if you've got a weight loss product and it is super amazing, okay? If someone sticks to it, and they might be overweight, they might lose a lot of weight fast. You might even have testimonials of people who have lost huge amount of weight. So for instance, let's just say you have people that have, used your product or, used your service and they've lost 10 kgs or let's just say 22 pounds in 10 days, okay? Essentially that's a kg a day. And for some, that's what actually that could be okay. And it's, and you could have, like I said, testimonials or people talking about the fact that they've lost 10 kgs or 22 pounds in 10 days. However, if you say in an ad, hey, you could lose or you might lose 10 kgs or 22 pounds in 10 days, and you mention that in an ad, well, that's classed as misleading because it's not normal for everyone. And in fact, if you look at, many of the government health sites, they say a healthy weight loss is 1 kg a week. That's a healthy weight loss. So if you're claiming and you have clients that lose more than that in any given time frame, then that's called misleading. You're basically Facebook saying, you know what, you might actually convince people that they're going to lose that amount of weight in that many days. And they're not going to be intelligent enough to figure out that that's, some people can and some can't. So Facebook steps in. And whether it's right or wrong, I agree we're all adults, to be honest. I agree we're all adults and we should be able to make our own decisions with the information that we're given. So instead, let's just say your product or your service does that and it helps people lose a lot of weight. Instead of claiming, you can lose 10 kgs or 22 pounds in X amount of days, right? It's the word you or your. That's the actual kicker. So if you said something like, others have lost 10 kgs, or Susie, one of our clients, lost 10 kgs in 10 days, and left it at that, then you actually can get away with it. It's actually the word you or you're going to, or something like that refers to first person. That's where it's most likely to get flagged. So if you believe your product or your service actually can do what you're stating it can do, remove the word you from the front of it. You remove that. And you can also do stories about other people. You can actually do, hey, find out how Susie lost 10 kgs or 22 pounds, it depends on your country, in 10 days using XYZ, okay, your product or service. So that is a way around that. And often if your ad is flagged, just go through the ad and look at, have you used the word you that's referred to a person or your. And it's exactly the same with making claims about money. Like if you are a business and you help people make money or help their business grow, and you can make a statement, 10x your results in 20 days and so on. Right. Again, you and your. So the way around misleading or deceptive, the misleading or deceptive rule, and this is according to Facebook, but the way around it is the words, just looking through and using case studies of people, and of course removing the you and your, the first person as well. And it's exactly the same with personal attributes. So things like, if you are a business and you're helping people, who are stressed or who are tired or who are insert, word here, things like, are you feeling stressed? Or are you tired? Or are you sick and tired of being overweight? Are you, so it's the you word, all right? So putting you before something or your. It's not that Facebook doesn't like you or your, because that's another thing that people used to think, oh, well, Facebook doesn't like the word you or your in front of anything. It just doesn't like the word you or your in front of a personal attribute or what they class as a misleading or deceptive claim. And most of the time you actually literally can remove it. You don't actually need it. So let's just say you wanted to use, are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling tired? Well, rather than that, feeling stressed, ? Feeling tired, ? Overweight, ? We've removed the you. It's no longer a personal attribute. The other one is the word other before putting in, a statement. So example for this, let's just say if you said, meet other like-minded XYZ. So meet other, single men or meet other single women. I mean, again, that moves into the dating space, so probably wouldn't be allowed anyway, but it's the word other. So you've identified this person, so meet other black singles, that is one of the examples that they actually give on Facebook, by the way. Then you are identifying something and you're putting other, so you're basically pointing out that that person is the same. Even if they are, you're not allowed to actually point it out. I don't necessarily agree to these rules. These are rules that Facebook has made to try and protect end users. Again, because Facebook sort of sits there and is thinking, well, we want to make it a great experience for the end user. And things like that might upset people. And I'm going to give you an example. And this is exactly how it can work. And I've mentioned this in other podcast episodes in the past is, I was running an ad selling my white coloured Marathon Girl running tops. They were going on sale. I was selling out of them. And I put, white only, as in meaning that I wasn't, the black coloured Marathon Girl tops were not on sale. It was only the white coloured Marathon Girl tops. And I put white only Marathon Girl tops on sale. And I mean, I didn't think twice about it. I'm thinking, well, I know exactly what I'm talking about. And again, the ad didn't get flagged for that one, but I got so many comments from people in the States that were really upset with my wording around that. And too many of them, then Facebook, obviously that's a bad experience for the user and so on. So really do think twice about things that you say and the way that you frame things as well. If Facebook doesn't flag you, then perhaps, some of the end users might flag you for that stuff as well. The things that I'm talking about today are Facebook guidelines. So I talk about what the Facebook guideline is. The way around them are things that I've found over time. Okay, so experimenting. I've been doing Facebook marketing for over 13 years. And so what we've found over time by experimenting is figuring out, okay, reading the rules, because the rules are very subjective. They are actually really difficult to read. Even the Facebook reps can't even tell you. I've had many a conversation with a Facebook rep about ads that were not able to run. So, and I've spoken to them and said, well, why not? And they go, well, okay, yes, I agree. It's possibly not really, against Facebook policies, but, obviously it could mean, and they have no idea, okay? So what I've done over time is I've collected a few little ways to get round things when by rights, they actually shouldn't be running the gauntlet, okay? They shouldn't be actually wrong. So, how to actually be able to run your ad, make it punchy, because the thing is that you can run very, very vanilla ads and stick with the rules of Facebook, not make claims to, let's just say your weight loss product helps people lose a lot of weight if they follow it. There's a special scientific formula, and the way they mix a certain food with a certain food actually does literally burn fat faster than anything else out there, so that if someone actually does it, they lose 10 kgs in 10 days if they're overweight. Well, imagine advertising that, you can advertise it like that, but imagine sticking within Facebook's guidelines where you'd have to be super vanilla. Like, running an ad saying, hey, listen, this is a great, scientifically proven formula that will help you lose weight or some weight. Or you may lose, if you're going to stick in the guidelines, 1 kg a week, which for some people might be okay. That's vanilla. That's not going to capture someone's attention. That's not going to help someone go, whoa, wait, stop. That's, I want to have a look at this product or this service. So, we need really strong hooks that really speak to the problem that the person has and shows them how we're the solution. And sometimes Facebook doesn't like those. And many times it might not actually like those. And especially with the personal attributes and that. Let's just say you are a coach, right? And you help people with personal development and help them to be able to, be better in their life, so that they can be better in their business and whatnot. Imagine sitting there and going, hey, do you want a better life? Or, hey, Do you want your business to grow more? Because ultimately that's really, really vanilla. No, you want to hit people between the eyes. You want to tell them, hey, listen, if they've got a problem in their life where they're constantly stressed and tired and they're not getting things done, and it's generally, and you've got you want to actually say, are you constantly stressed and tired? Are you finding that you're not sleeping at night? Well, I have this fantastic, new system that will help you get more sleep, help you be less stressed, and of course less tired, and you want to talk about that system and talk about the results so that people stop and take action. So, that's why working out these little things of like removing the yous and yours, doing case studies is one of the best ways. Honestly, it's one of the best ways. Talk about little old Susie who, ended up, doing this one specific thing and it helped her sleep all the way through the night and she's never been able to sleep through the night before. And what that has meant is that now she can concentrate on her business and make, an extra, $10,000 a month, whereas she was never able to before because she couldn't sleep. I don't know, something like that. So tell me, do you agree with me that we are actually all adults and that we can all make our own decisions? I'd love you to let me know if you actually agree. Are you an adult? Can you actually see an ad and make your own decision on whether that will work for you or not? Or do you need Facebook to step in and take out all the controversial topics out there, all the what they class as misleading topics out there so that you won't fall into the trap of these bad people advertising their products and services that might work? I would love to know if you agree with Facebook actually stepping in, or should it be a free world? Should it be a free speech? And should we be adult enough to make our own decisions, right? I'd love to actually know if you agree with me, okay? So let's talk about, you're a business owner and you are still wanting to run ads on Facebook, and perhaps you are in the dating space, or maybe you're actually not in the dating space. Maybe you're in the space of wanting to help people to be able to find the perfect partner. Now, I know a lot of people that are in this type of space where they coach people to be able to find or have good relationships, find great partners or the perfect partner for them, and so on. All right. So that particular niche, if you're in the niche of helping people with relationships, helping people find partners, that particular niche can sometimes fall under, if worded incorrectly, the dating niche. Now, the dating niche or the dating industry, you have to actually write into Facebook and get approved. So most people in the dating industry don't get approved to run ads. So you can never, ever run ads, okay? It's under, I think, controversial content, I believe, is the what they class it under. Now, so if you are not in the dating niche and you are in the niche of helping people build, relationships or find their perfect partner and so on, then you need to run ads that are more educational, that do not have the word date in them, okay? So if you can help someone, hey, I'm going to help you find the perfect date, right? No, I'm going to help you find the perfect partner. I'm going to help you find a partner that is going to suit you. I'm going to teach you how to, love yourself more, or things about yourself without the you and the your, to be able to attract that right person, okay? So if you're in that space, just be aware of the words you're using, date, in any kind of ad, and steer towards more education for people. Education on, loving themselves, being their own person, really identifying what they want in a partner to be able to attract the partner without being able to use the you and the your in that sentence. So it's like finding the perfect partner, ? Finding that every single other, it's finding that, you're having to, or finding that kissing many toads is not leading to a prince. You could actually use the word, you're not alone. It's hard to find the perfect partner if these are the things that are happening. Bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, and we can help people find the perfect partner. Look at Susie. Susie was on the dating scene for 10 years, going through toad after toad after toad, until one day she did enter your course there, and now she is happily married to her Prince Charming, right? So you can use things like that. That's just an example of how you would word that without actually talking about dating or using yours in that as well. One of the biggest flags out there is the weight loss, right? I have many clients that will say to me, hey, Kerry, I know I can't advertise because I'm in the weight loss space. Here's what I want you to do. Here's a little tip. If you're in the weight loss industry and you're trying to figure out how to run weight loss ads, and every single time you try and run a weight loss ad, it doesn't get allowed, or your ad account has been disabled because of it, go and look at Facebook Ads Library. It's easy. Facebook.com ads/library, okay? And in the Facebook Ads Library, every single ad that's run on Facebook. And what you can look at some of the top brands out there that spend, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars on advertising. Have a look at what they are doing in their weight loss ads, the words that they use, the examples that they use, and so on, and model that. Okay, some of them are a little bit outside running the gauntlet. I've seen some ads that are not compliant but seem to be getting through. So if you're in the weight loss industry, go and research some of the big companies out there and see what they're running. Go type in the keywords weight loss in the ads library and have a look at what's out there. So some of the things that you also can't do in this industry is before and afters. In fact, you cannot do before and afters in any industry. So even if, let's just say, I've got a client who helps clean tiles, so is able to make tiles go from disgustingly dirty to super clean and amazing, okay? And he was putting before and after photos of, this is the dirty old yucky tiles, and this is the beautiful, clean, lovely after they've used our product tiles, okay, in the bathroom. And they were wondering why their ads were getting disabled. Well, it's because they had the words before and after on them, okay? So it will get flagged less. If you are a weight loss and you have the words before, photo, after, photo, 100% should get flagged. If you are anything else, like a renovation company, and you're showing before and after, just don't put the before word and the after word afterwards, okay? Because they should be able to tell the difference. Or run it as a video ad. Put a before, don't say it's before. You could say, this is what it looked like. This is what it looks like now after XYZ. So that will help it as well. So weight loss, before and afters usually get flagged. But I have seen a company recently using a animation of before and after, which was really interesting. In fact, they've used an animation, so a cartoon type of video character that's showing person, starting out, and then they're showing the stomach shrinking, right, throughout. Now, that's been going for some time, although that should run the gauntlet. They've been able to get away with something like that. So look at other ways of doing that. Other things that you can't have that you might think that you can are tape measure. You can't have a tape measure in an ad for weight loss. So if you have an ad that has any kind of tape measure in it, then it will get flagged. You can't run it. So those are key things. In the weight loss industry, the words you and your, before and afters, and tape measures are not allowed to be used, okay? Anything that shows a little bit too much of the body part also is not allowed to be used, and anything that highlights a red dot. So you'll see ads sometimes that will have like will be identifying a pain or an injury. So have you got a sore shoulder? And then it will highlight a red bit on the shoulder, okay, in the ad. That will get flagged. You can't highlight those things. Or have you got a sore stomach and it highlights a red thing on the stomach or on the knee? Anything that highlights the red thing to show a bit of pain is not allowed on Facebook. All these little things that they don't necessarily tell you that will get flagged. So there's other ways of showing things apart from the red dot around the knee. You can actually just show the knee, to be honest, not show that it's a red dot. Have some wording in the ad that identifies that sore knee, knees are playing up, this one thing can help if your knee, if has helped others and their knee problems, right? Look at Susie, her knee was playing up, okay? So those are little things that just to be wary of that. If you're not running ads all the time, you don't know these things. I'll have clients say to me, every single time I run a weight loss ad, or physios, for instance, I'll run an ad about an injury and they're getting flagged. I'll go, right, have you got a before and after? Are you using a tape measure? Have you got a red dot that identifies that pain? Because if you are, yes, then it won't get run. Have you got a you and your before the ad? Because that won't get run as well. So those are just a couple of things to, I guess, look out for. If you are a company that is, if you're running a contest, for instance, so a lot of people run contests or giveaways. With contests or giveaways, you actually need to put in a statement saying that Facebook or Meta is not part of the promotion, okay? So Facebook does not endorse or is part of the promotion for the contest. So it's not a Facebook or Meta run contest. There's some exact wording for it that you need to put in, but that you need to actually say that the contest and the giveaway is not part of Meta or Meta's group of companies. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be in the ad, but it must be in the terms and conditions of the ads. So when we run contests, we have a very specific way of running them. We run them through Messenger so that we get Messenger subscribers, email addresses, and phone numbers. But in the terms and conditions, we have in there, so they click on the ad, it opens up in Messenger. We say, hey, listen, we have to do this formal bit, and then we put the terms and conditions of the contest, and one of them is releasing Facebook and Meta from all, liability because it's our contest. Actually, this is another thing that people are doing that shouldn't do if we're speaking of contests as well, is a lot of people ask for a like, tag, share, or comment for giveaways and contests. You'll see them all the time and you're probably doing them yourself. So you run a contest and you're saying, hey, listen, to enter the contest, make sure that you like the page, share the ad, comment, or tag a friend, right? All of them run against the terms of service of Meta, so Instagram and Facebook. But lots of people do it. You can get away with it as long as you're not running an ad to it. So you're not turning the giveaway into an ad. But then you're just relying on organic. And you're relying on organic by people doing something against terms of service. But one of the things, I just want to take a little segue on this one as well, is don't run contests like that. The only thing you're getting on a contest like that is vanity metrics. You're getting people to like a post, you're getting them to tag their friends, you're getting them to might share in that. That's all vanity stuff. It doesn't necessarily lead to sales. It leads to more vanity stuff, all right, or more false accounts sharing that stuff. And you're running the terms of service. When I run contests, do you know what I'm after? I'm after a list. I'm after a database, and every business owner should be after a database, not the vanity stuff. Get the vanity stuff afterwards. So you get the email address, Messenger subscriber, phone number, and then afterwards, outside of the post in the ad, you say, hey, listen, if you like this and you want another friend to see it, send it to them or come follow our page if you want more, right? Much better way to run them. And you're not running against Facebook's terms of service or running the gauntlet. And, one day their little old AI bot might just decide to pick on your company and decide to close you down. You might be running ads that you've been able to get away with for ages, and then one day they go, nah, and they disable your ad account and you will not get it back. So I hope some of these things have helped you. I haven't gone through all the prohibited things that you must say in ads. I've gone through the ones that are most, I guess, the people have the most problem with, that will get your account, all your flags, your ads flagged. And if your ads are getting flagged, I hope this helps you with why they're getting flagged. There's just some little things that you can do. Just go back and have a look and just change some of those words, change some of those images, and make sure that, for the most part that if you are doing any of the stuff that I've said that you shouldn't do, go back through and maybe look at changing some of that stuff. So I hope this episode has helped you. I hope this advice on, I hope this advice on ads that get flagged, prohibited content out there has helped you, that you don't do it. If you are interested in how you can, run ads on Facebook the right way to get better results without getting your account disabled and so on, then make sure that you do follow me on my socials, subscribe to this podcast on your favourite podcast channel, and if you do like this and some of the stuff has been useful, give me a 5-star rating so that I can produce more amazing content to help you, the business owner, succeed when it comes to Meta. Thank you for joining me. If this episode helped you get your business one step closer to the top of your niche, then I'd love your support with a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on your favourite platform too. Don't let your journey end here. Connect with me and my community of like-minded female entrepreneurs at Kerry Fitzgibbon on social platforms. I look forward to helping you build your business.